and welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who were here from the contemporary, welcome back. And for those of you guys who do not know, this is a two-parter because I have so many books. And just to recap, this is a book haul I have from July, August, and September because I was off social media so I could study. And so I bought these slowly through Goodwill and cheap online sales. So I had so many books, I had to split it up into two. I mainly read young adult, contemporary, and fantasy, mostly contemporary. So the list for the fantasy will be a little bit shorter. So we'll get right into it. A lot of these were recommended either on BookTube or Book Talk. It's not even that late, but it kind of looks dark. It's only 6:30. And I had to switch to a Coke because I didn't want to drink too much coffee at night. I did put a lot of shots in there, so. All right, so first up is Crush. So the you guys who know my channel, I have read Crush already. And it's the only one out of my whole haul that I've already read, and it's on purpose because I purposely finished my studies and my social media for this book. So my review will be right here, I think. So this is a sequel to the paranormal romance Crave. And then Grace is hit with another thing, and more loves, more friendships, and more enemies. So that's all I will say about that, unless you want. I do have a better review on the other channel. I mean, not other channel, other video. And there's the spoilers don't begin until like 2 minutes in, so if you want to just check out the review there, you can. This is The Bloodspell by C.J. Redwine. It does say that it's part of a Ravenspire novel, which I have heard about before. I'm not sure if this is a sequel. I'll have to find out because I actually don't like reading things out of order. I don't even read series out of order. So like, you know, for example, with the Grisha trilogy, there's also Shadow and Bone is Grisha trilogy. There's also Six of Crows, and technically you can read them separately, but I'm purposely reading Shadow and Bone first just because I like to know that, because I heard that if you read Six of Crows before, it's not a big deal, but it is spoiled for you in Shadow and Bone, so that's why I like to read in order. So should it turn out that this is part of the Ravenspire that is the sequel versus a prequel, I'll find that first and then read it. But I like it because it starts off with Once Upon a Time. Again, Disney, I love Disney. And then this one has some romance in it because I, just so you guys know, I only read books that have romance in it. It doesn't matter what type of, it could be dystopian, contemporary, fantasy, new adult, regular adult fiction. But if there's not even a little bit of romance in it, I'm not sure if I like it. The exception I have is actually Harry Potter. But even then, I still liked Hermione and Ron together since book number 2 or 3. But for sure, by number 4, I could tell they were flirting, and I was super happy. So this is The Jewel. I got it because it reminded me a little bit about The Selection from the cover and the way it's the design is. And it's from Harper Teen, so I thought this would be really good. It's just about like the character who was born into servitude for royalty. Shadow and Flame kind of remind me of Shadow and Bone. You know, a lot of the young adult fantasy, the titles kind of sound the same. I believe this might be a sequel to Onyx and Ivory, only because it says sequel to Onyx and Ivory on it. And if that's the case, like I said, I'll have to get that first. But I got this because it was cheap. It was a couple bucks and I liked the cover. So I will probably not put this on my TBR list until I get Onyx and Ivory first. So The Vampire Diaries I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna read it. I got it because it was like $2. It's like ripped in the back. But I liked the show. I didn't love the show for reasons. So if you guys really like Damon, you know what I mean? But I got it just because I was like, well, I like the show, and it was a couple bucks, so I might read it. I heard that it's a little bit different in that like Elena actually has more powers than just a vampire, so we will see. But I just wanted it as a part of my collection because I am a book collector as well as a book reader. Shatter Me is a book that was highly recommended on both Book Talk and BookTube. They told me that I would have a book hangover, and I love those. I mean, I love and hate them. But I have no idea what it's about. I try not to read too much of the inside flap when it's something that's highly recommended, because otherwise I tend to make snap judgments. So I'll probably just start reading it and then hope I like it. But usually I am the type of person who likes things that most of the consensus likes. I'm pretty laid back. The only time I disagree is if, like, you know, for example, you know, if we want to talk about Twilight, because that one won't have spoilers since it's been out for so long. You know how some people are like Team Jacob and some people are Team Edward? An example could be that, like, I wouldn't like the consensus of where the main character went because I wanted her with Jacob, for example. But I am actually Team Edward. That was just an example, because I have no other example to give. Okay. And then Divergent was another one that I kind of impulse bought because it was cheap and because a lot of people talk about it. I know the movie came out, and I'm the type of person who'd rather read the book than watch the movie, because obviously the book has more details and there's more imagery in it. So I did not buy the sequels though, just because I want to make sure I like it first. Same with City of Bones, which I had reviewed for my June haul. Not reviewed, talked a little bit about my June haul. I bought the City of Bones, but I didn't buy the sequels because we will see. I don't want to jump the gun, is basically what I'm trying to say. Up in the Stars is another one that I got. It's about a Isadora, who is a human daughter of a god, and because of that she's kind of weak because she's not immortal. I don't know if there's any romance in here. I picked it up because the cover was really nice. It might just be one of those books on my forever TBR pile. Do you guys have one of those? Let me know if you guys do. So that way I don't feel so bad for being one of those people. But I feel like I will have a book that, like, I'll buy because the cover is nice, and then I'll get to it later. And just more books keep coming out, you know, by really great authors that I end up reading. I try more things, and all of a sudden, like, it's been 5 years, and I'm like, yeah, that's never getting picked up. But I also don't want to unhaul it, because I'm like, I bought all these books. I embossed them. They have my name in them, and they're mine, you know. And I have space. I mean, well, I don't have space. I have books everywhere, but I'm an adult. I get to keep my new stuff. We have The Flame. I was really excited because a lot of people, again, on Book Talk and BookTube talked about this one, so many people recommended it. I have no idea what it's about, but the cover is really, really nice. And like I said, when somebody recommends it, when it's recommended this much, I try not to read about it. I just try to just jump in. But I believe that it does have a little bit of romance in it, unlike The Chaos with Stars that I just talked about. So, hey, I just realized Kirsten White said that it is dazzling, and she's also the person who wrote Chaos of the Stars. What a coincidence. Then we have Lady Smoke. The reason why I bought it, it is a sequel to Ash Princess, which I already have, so and I started reading it and I liked it already. So I was like, this was on sale, I jumped on it, and I feel like I'll end up loving the whole series, so that's why I ended up getting this. It is a series that I got. Again, I bought it just because it was really inexpensive, and I've heard about this series, and I was able to get all three for really cheap, so I just jumped on it, even though I haven't read them. And I try not to buy books in a series from an author I haven't heard of before, or read before, just in case, like I've talked about before. But just because these were beautiful, so I figure even if I don't like them, I can at least put it on my bookshelf and make it look nice. The only thing that kind of bothers me is that when I bought it, I didn't realize the reason why it was so cheap is because the first one is not paper. The first one is paperback, and the other three are hardback, and I did not know that, and so kind of looks janky. But I'll have to figure out, if I do like it, I'll buy the hardback cover, and if I don't like it, then I don't know what I'll do. I also have this one that says Broken Throne. I do have the Red Queen, I know that this is a series, and I know there are other books in between, and I have not read the Red Queen yet. I do have it though, and I know that this is not the sequel. It's just I got it because it was on sale and it said it was signed, and I'm a sucker for signed books, so I hope I really like the series, so I end up buying the rest. Unlike the And I Darken series by Christian Wright that I have over here, the Red Queen is already hardback and this is hardback, so that works out. So as long as everything works out on that end. A Curse So Dark and Lonely is a retelling of Beauty and Beast. I liked the retelling of A Court of Thorns and Roses, so I figured why not. I gave A Court of Thorns and Roses 4 stars, so hopefully I get this one also 4 stars. Princess that I talked about, I already started reading it. So as you guys know, I already have the sequel, so I will probably write a review once I get those both read, and then we can do it all at once as together. And then we have Beware the Night. No idea what this is. I got it because the cover looked really cool. I'm a sucker for covers. You guys hear that, publishing houses? Just make really pretty covers and I'll buy it. I am tricked easily. So this is by Jessica Fleck. According to this, it says that she was protecting her grandfather from the night, and then people snatched them, and then she has a mysterious young man, which sounds like romance, and I like romance, so it's probably gonna work out, hopefully. I try not to DNF things. I sometimes do, but it's really rare. I try to at least power through the book that I bought when I do read it, if I ever get to it. Sometimes it just forever ends up on my TBR list. And so finally, not last, because it's not last, I have one more. Fate of Flames, and this is book 1 of the Effigy series. Again, I bought this because the cover is nice. There does seem like there might be romance in it. It's about how Maya becomes the next fire effigy with her friends, and there's a mysterious man named Saul. And then, like I said, if I turned out I like it, I will buy the sequel. And last but not least, if you guys have been following my TikTok, you guys would know that I did buy this series. I have never read any of them, but I got it because it's on sale on Amazon. And like I said, I don't normally buy book series that from an author I didn't read, but I did read A Court of Thorns and Roses. I really liked it. I rated, if you guys go on my Goodreads, you'll know that I did A Court of Thorns and Roses was 4 out of 5 stars, and Court of Mist and Fury, and the third one, which his name escapes me right now, I rated them 5 stars because I liked Rhysand way better than Tamlin. But the reason why this is the exception is, again, it's because I do not mind buying series if it's an author I've read before and I really, really enjoyed. So in this case, I had read A Court of Thorns and Roses, so I really like Sarah J. Maas, so I took the plunge and it was on sale. So I'm crossing my fingers and I'm hoping that I like it, but a lot of people said I will, so there's a very, very good chance I will. They did tell me there's a small dip here, but as long as I power through, Kingdom of Ash is really, really nice, so I'm looking forward to that. So thanks for watching. This is all of the young adult fantasy that I have for, again, the month of July, August, and September. I will start reading them, and then I'll go ahead in another video start talking about what I liked, didn't like, and then reviewing them and rating them. Please follow me, like and subscribe. And again, if you guys want to see what type of books I have, I will put it in a link below on what the list of books are, in case I went too fast or you're not sure what book it is, because there are sometimes when there are books with the same title from different authors. So I'll put that list for you guys there. And if not, then I'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Bye. I'm gonna put this back on my shelf. So messy. Let's try to make this look nice. I did it.